It's a video seen around the world showing Columbus police officer Nicholas Reardon arriving at a home while a fight is going on and firing his gun at 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant as she lunges at a woman with a knife. This is sparking calls for change in police reform. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6:30. I'm Clay Gordon. Tonight, demonstrations held once again downtown, some trying to teach kids about this tough topic. But we'll start with 10 TV's Stephanie Stanovich. She was there with people who marched from the First Congressional Church on East Broad Street to CPD headquarters. Stephanie, what happened there today?
Clay, yeah, well, first let's talk about this here, what's happening in the Short North. So there's people gathering here in the Short North at the intersection of Buttles Avenue and High Street. When we first got here, they were sitting in silence for 16 minutes for 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant. They've been chanting and people have been taking turns speaking. But as you mentioned, also earlier today, several faith leaders from throughout Columbus spoke in front of CPD headquarters. People stood around them holding signs that they made and occasionally cheering or chanting during the speeches. Many of the reverends that spoke said that they, quote, shouldn't be back here in front of CPD having this conversation again. Some examples of signs that we saw said things like police accountability, Black Lives Matter, and end racism. A few people in the crowd had shirts or hoodies made with Ma'Khia Bryant's picture on them, along with signs with her name. Now, one man who had a megaphone said he's a community activist who drove all the way from Wisconsin to be here. Take a listen.
I'm all the way up here standing in solidarity with Ma'Khia Bryant and all the lives that was lost in Ohio. Just serving justice to our communities around and continue coming out into the streets. Power over unity, we need unity now.
Again, you could see people here in the Short North gathering and they're chanting and taking turns speaking. We also spoke with Pastor Derek Holmes of Second Baptist Church in Circleville. He is a part of the organization that happened earlier today. Now, he says that he wants people to get sleep for tonight, but he encouraged the crowd there earlier in front of CPD to make calls early in the morning for change that they want to see. He suggested calling the mayor's office, calling city council, and calling elected officials. Now, we'll have much more on that in these demonstrations tonight at 11 o'clock. For now, reporting in the Short North, Stephanie Stanovich, 10 TV News.
Stephanie, thank you for that. During